And We the People is a year-long celebration of the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. And WBKO is celebrating with a year-long look at the history that brought us to where we are today. This week, WBKO reporter Adam Ferguson brings us the history of Bowling Green's own Lost River Cave.
One of the most robust and well-known cave systems in the world is Mammoth Cave. But just down the road from it lies another cave with significant historical value, and that is Lost River Cave in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Long before the Declaration of Independence was signed and America was born, Lost River Cave sat dormant in the woods, only being used by the few who knew of its existence.
Paleo-Native Americans here at Lost River, they use the valley as an area for hunting and mostly use the cave as a place for shelter during inclement weather.
When pioneers settled into the area, Lost River Cave was quickly used as a development, with farmers creating a mill.
Settlers coming in, they used the cave as a milling operation. A mill was actually constructed inside of the cave, and they harnessed the power of the water to operate their machinery inside the cave. Farmers would literally hoist down their product down to the river. It would be sent in by raft. The milling operation would take place. It would be pulled back out, and they would ring a bell, and the farmers would hoist their product back up to the top.
During the Civil War, the area was used by both the Confederacy and the Union. Confederates had briefly made Bowling Green the capital of the state and used Lost River Cave as a campground due to the natural shelter provided by the cave and its proximity to fresh water. However, Union soldiers quickly gained control of the area and used it as a field hospital. Many areas of Bowling Green were burned by the Confederacy as they retreated further south, and residents quarried limestone from the valley to rebuild. Time moved on, and the cave eventually became a social hotspot.
During the 1930s, a dance floor was constructed in the mouth of the cave, and they started what was Kentucky's only underground nightclub at that time.
The nightclub was a prominent location in Bowling Green, complete with jazz musicians taking to the stage built into the rock. According to Madison, the story goes that at one point alcohol could only be purchased below street level, which drove those looking to drink to Lost River Cave, where they would purchase a bucket of ice that just so happened to have alcohol hidden at the bottom. It couldn't last forever, though, and eventually the nightclub shut down.
After the nightclub closed, that's when things kind of took a little bit of a sad turn here at Lost River. Once it closed down, they didn't do any kind of cave tours, and eventually the cave fell into disrepair. Locals started using it as an illegal dumping ground. They would pull up to the edge of the cave, empty out the beds of their trucks, the trunks of their cars. It's even known that if the vehicle didn't start, they would simply put it in neutral and push it over the edge.
Several decades passed before the land was eventually donated to Western Kentucky University for use as an outdoor classroom. It was around that time that rehabilitation and conservation became a priority for the area.
Back around 1990, Dr. Crawford, who is with the Cave and Karst Hydrology Department, had been in our area, had seen the cave, and of course, as he was starting to see what was going on at the cave with all the pollution, it was really hurting the water, it was hurting the cave. So it took him nearly 7 years to haul over 50 tons of garbage out of the cave. Ever since that revitalization project in the 1990s, Lost River Cave has acted as a park for the locals and tourist destination for those around the world. They come here, they tour those trails for free, and then for a nominal fee they can go and take a boat ride inside the cave itself, and that money helps conserve all of this 72-acre property. Reporting in Bowling Green, Adam Ferguson, WBKO News.